All right, so we're here with Elliot, and he's got, what's the name of your character? Tiki?
It's just Tiki guy right now.
Tiki guy. And we're gonna we're just starting making these columns. He's only got the column set up, and we're moving from this pose to this pose is our idea right now, right, Elliot?
Yep.
Okay, so you were thinking that you were gonna just do it with the body, but the idea is to, well, so you've made keyframes here, and the only thing that you've changed is the spear and the arm, correct?
Yes.
Where are they in the? Here's your arm, and there's your spear.
Okay. Yep. Just like that.
So now I want you to shift click through all of those keyframes, and now shift click that so those legs are not a part of it. Good. Now take the rotation point and put it like at the pelvis. And this is the rotation point for all of these assets. Now take your rotator and bring it up here and spin it to like here. See, we're kind of trying to mimic
bending them down.
Yep.
Yeah. I think something like that will be good.
Yeah, so that's a start. Now scrub this. See how you've got him bent down, right? Yep. So then now you're just going to start to whittle away at the way that would function, which the next thing that I see is that this is actually more straight up. So now you would shift click through the assets for the head through the feathers.
All right. So we need
well, over here, like you would find the parts that you need. And you can do it by shift clicking each one.
Oops. All right. Yeah.
But make sure that you get everything. And I think that your feathers they are all on one. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Here we go. I gotta make sure I get everything. There's all these itty bitty things here.
Yeah, and then now you see that these are all kind of next to each other because your rig is nicely organized. Now you're going to take that rotation point and push it to here. Good. And now you're going to rotate this way to match that orientation.
I wonder if I should have made like a neck part.
Well, if you find that you need to make one, you can, but I think the way that we designed it is it kind of overlapped. So you want to drop the whole thing, pull it down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
So that the rig doesn't break. We call it broken rigs when there's like empty spots. Yeah, because he gets more squat, right?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, and I think it goes down even more. Good.
Yeah.
All right. And then do you have the asset for this bent form?
I don't. I think that's what I'll need to add in.
So you start to recognize that you need new assets. And so you will go in and go into this torso. You have one keyframe for the straight, but you're going to keep it in that same orientation. Okay.
Right.
You need to keep it like that.
Okay.
And then you can kind of flip it. And this is where with Nick's arm, the flip really should be another symbol, not a symbol, but another keyframe. These are keyframes.
Right, okay.
Right next to each other. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yeah.
So
I have to remember the details about having it not flicker because that's what I kept forgetting from
so the details of not flickering is you had a keyframe here and then you had another keyframe here. Yeah. And if you go over to frame picker, you need to tell it not to, you go into looping.
Oh, that's right. It's under object,
single
correct?
frame.
Okay, yeah, cool.
So go ahead and let's click on one, like let's click on your, well, the only thing that you have moving is the arm.
Just because I would like to remember that. suppose maybe I can try to click it here or not. There it is, right arm.
Mm-hmm. So go back in
And
time. Okay. And
oh yeah,
so before, I mean, we've already fixed it. You have
right.
two keyframes.
Yeah, so I gotta remember to remove the. So if this is my body 1, and this is my curved body, then I gotta make sure they're showing that, because I had my stretched arm here and the curved arm. And
Well,
so
yeah, you only want one to be on each
right,
because you had
okay,
them both on the second one.
right,
Mm-hmm. So the flickering happens because you have to, well, you don't do it when it's inside here. You're going to go back to the scene.
oh okay,
And
and then it'll show.
right here, single
Yeah, yeah,
frame. So you've already selected it.
right,
It will automatically say loop or play once. Those are the
right,
choices.
okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense now. Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
So just for example, go ahead and click number 2 right now. See, and that moves it
right,
back. And you click number 1, it moves it to there. That's the way the frame picker works.
okay.
Frame pricker? Frame picker. All right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So
Okay,
you've got your columns, but now you're going to start this rotation of the assets together.
yeah,
But like we just experienced with Nick, that might cause rotation issues if you go too far. So let's go ahead and test this idea of shift clicking through all of those. And if that's all that you need, yeah, and insert, create a, not a motion, I'm sorry, a classic tween. So you may select.
should be good.
Yeah, I don't know why it's saying this every time in this new. So go ahead and say okay. Because each one of them is a symbol, see? And it's moving.
All
So,
right.
okay, scrub it. So Nick, do you see how his is scrubbing without without the rotation flipping around? And that's because none of them went from an extreme angle. It can't go to an extreme angle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's not perfect, but
No,
looks like
but you're blocking right now,
yeah, sure,
and what you recognize is that you need other assets.
yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
What is the like the spear kind of floats a little bit?
The
Is that an anchor
spear
point
is
thing?
floating because the anchor point is not attached to this.
Right. Okay.
And so let's see, click on the spear. There it is. And then click on,
As
go
it
to the,
moves, I think it.
yeah, you might need to find places in, okay, go to the last keyframe. Let's see where it is.
It's probably
Yeah, right. So that's where
middle
it's going too far. You might even have to, sometimes we have to track it along with it. So find where it floats off.
It's not letting me select it. Oh,
Yeah,
well, I
go
don't
back
want
to the scene.
There we go.
Let me clear my drawings. Well, yeah, it's gonna do these floatings. You're gonna need to
Right.
find, you're gonna
Not
have
letting
to,
me select it. It's
you're gonna
weird.
have to do it sort of frame by frame where you push, where you make a new, like you
Like a keyframe.
bring it along with it.
All
It's
right.
kind of like tracking it.
It's not letting me select it. Is that because I need to have a keyframe for each thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna make a keyframe.
All right. Yeah, for sure. No, that's not a big deal because it seems
Yeah.
like when I create the keyframe, it recognizes it. So if you want something to follow a certain thing, you just need to do this, I guess.
Well, wherever you're making the keyframe, it's keeping it where it was. So you just need to move it back to, so for each frame, you're gonna go to it and then move it.
Right. So this one like that.
Yeah. If you wanted to, this could be inside of the hand symbol. That would be another way to
Oh, okay.
truly let it be tracked. But this way works too. That's just two different ways of doing it. So
At least that way it's, yeah.
Yep. Good. Yeah. So the other way of doing it, which may be a better idea. See, this you'll have to push it back too, because he pulls his arm back, right?
Right.
So it needs to go backwards. The other way of doing it, Elliot, is to attach you have the arm symbol to actually have that symbol also have another layer, which is called sphere.
Okay.
But I think it's better to have it on the main timeline, because then you can control it here. So you can see that this gets more complicated here, but you're doing it right.
Okay.
But this is where I want y'all to, make your blocks first before you go and do all of that. Like this is a refinement that you would do later as you move through time. Okay, Elliot.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thanks for the help.
Yeah.